Yes! Garbage time! Let's go, Haji IBTA! Come on! Let's go! We are starting it right there, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my God, what did I just witness? When people ask why I watch the championship as an American, this is the reason why. The passion in these games, the two-sidedness of it, the comeback, the tackles, the passion, just everything. What a game. Coventry win 3-1 as long as there's no goals in the last 5 seconds of the game. Watch my reaction to the second goal. I was watching it downstairs. I'll put it in there now. Get in! Yes! 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 Bobby, come on! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Give me that! Give me that! Come on! Yes! He deserved it! He deserved it! He's been an animal this game. Let's go! Yes! Come on! Come on, man. Sorry. Before we get into that, though, I want to raise a debate in the comments for you guys. Last video, we talked about Callum O'Hare. Got a little bit of slack for it. Just people saying, you know, he's not a traitor, this, that. If you really care and you want to go down and let me know about that, please do. But this is the question I want to raise today. Look at this tweet. What is the hatred behind, you know, light shows, fire displays, things like that? Because we know today the enemy performed for Coventry before the game, and they played We Live and Die in These Towns, and then they also played the audio version of We Live and Die in These Towns. I don't know. Whatever. Let me know down in the comments. Are you pro or con things like that? Because I can't even explain to you the extent that they go to in America for NFL games. I'll be tailgating and all of a sudden it'll sound like there's a bomb being dropped, but really it's just 100 fireworks, fighter jets going through the sky. Anyways, not important. How did we get there? If you don't know who I am, my name is Joner, Fat Cat. I make EFL Championship and general football content. If you are new, please subscribe. As always, get down in the comments. Let me know your thoughts on the video. Please like the video if you enjoyed it. Please engage, sit back, and relax, because this was a show, and we have to talk about it. So, lineup for today, let's start there. Absolutely pristine. This was the exact lineup that I could have dreamed of. Obviously, you know, we're missing Radoni. Backline finally returns back to its strength. And oh, did we see it at full strength today. The fullbacks, Bobby Thomas. The orange boots. If you saw the orange boots coming toward you, you knew you were losing the ball. Midfield, I really like Grimes, Torp, Eccles. Eccles was able to stretch it 45 minutes. Really happy for him. Then the attack was BTA on the left, Sakamoto on the right, Haji up the middle. As we know, second half, we saw as Coventry were down going 1-0 going into the second half, Frank said, you know what? I'm not going to waste time here because I already know how this is going to go. There's been 2 games this season where, you know, a team has tried to sit on a lead at the CBS or at least sit on a draw. The later you change the tactics, the harder it gets. So he said, you know what? I'm coming out second half, 4-2-4, take off Eccles, bring on Ephron Mason Clark, Haji and BTA up the middle. Instant change. But before that, let's look at the first half of this game. First couple of minutes were a little bit of a nervous start, you know, maybe just the atmosphere, things like that. Sheffield United put a couple balls into the box. Nothing too dangerous, but, you know, maybe a little bit of a warning sign. After about 5 minutes, things totally shifted. Coventry dominated possession. They, you know, looked pretty fluid, everything but maybe that final ball or that finish. However, I will say Sakamoto is just continuing his absolute run of dominance. Since Watford going forward, he has been a different player. Confident on the ball. We know his work rate. I mention it every single video. It goes without saying. His strength, he's sneaky strong for, you know, having a small stature. He fights through every tackle. He's not afraid to get stuck in. Picked up a yellow card in the first half. Now, speaking of strong tackles,
we need to talk about Bobby Thomas.
Luke Wolfenden, count your days, buddy. Bobby Thomas was everywhere in both halves of this football game. He got a goal and an assist. I don't even care about that. This guy was everywhere. It seemed like every tackle he made, except one in the first half, was perfect. He was winning balls. He was strong whenever he got forward for set pieces and even just, you know, the relentless pursuit when we were down a goal. He was just commanding defenders, you know, Ben Mee, Tanganga, just trying to collapse on him. That's how we got the first goal. 2 defenders converge on Bobby Thomas. It ricochets off of him and socks with a beautiful first-time finish. Keeper can't even get a touch on it, despite it being near post. So that was absolutely beautiful. Let me take a look real quick. So Bobby won 6 of 9 aerial duels. He had 1 interception, 7 headed clearances, 10 clearances, 4 recoveries. He was dribbled past twice, 61 touches, 3 touches in the opposition box, 73% pass accuracy. But eye test, oh my God, this guy was everywhere today. Couple stuck in challenges on Callum O'Hare in the first half. Not rooting for that, but it got the crowd going. Obviously, you know, a bit of a controversial topic, but the crowd were giving it to him. Totally deserved, in my opinion. If you disagree, let me know why. Why would you defend a player that left your club if you truly love the club? Anyways, second half. That was some of the most relentless pursuit of goals I think I've ever seen in my time watching Coventry City. It was more intense than the QPR game. It was just attack after attack, recycle, shot, cross, everything. Mason Clark taking on defenders. He was a little off it today. It was interesting, but he was dragging defenders away and then, getting the ball into dangerous areas. So he was definitely a huge impact. I think the biggest impact, obviously, though, was going to that 4-2-4. Brandon Thomas, Asante, and Haji right up the middle. I don't know how you stop that. 18 goals between the two. Brandon Thomas Asante, first player in the championship to double-digit goals. Oh my days. The attack was just relentless, but now I want to talk about the fullbacks because the thing that scared me in this game was, were they going to gas out? Were they not going to be able to handle it? But clearly, the training has prepared them for situations like this, even though they haven't been in them many times this season. Oh, also, I should definitely mention that Michael Cooper went out injured in the second half, so their keeper did come in cold. I think that probably came back to hurt them. But Cooper had a couple bobbles early in the first half, a little bit of butterfingers going on. I know it was raining. Now, let's just look at this team. Let's work through this together. Everyone was just unreal today. Milan was the man of the second half, in my opinion. They don't track distance traveled per game in the championship, but I seriously would love to know. Because there was a play where Milan was through with Sakamoto down the right-hand side. They were right outside the Sheffield United box. Milan made a bad pass. No big deal. It was a limp pass, didn't get to Sakamoto. Callum O'Hare intercepted it. Callum O'Hare then goes on a solo run from essentially where the Sheffield United left back would set up to probably about midfield. He doesn't see anything forward. He starts going around the center of the pitch. Milan is just tracking him down. It looked like he was going to foul him. Callum O'Hare got away from him. All the way down to the right side of the pitch. So zigzagged, probably 100 yards traveled. Milan can't catch up with him. Callum O'Hare passes the ball. He passes it to Tyrese Campbell. Tyrese Campbell looks like he's taking on Jay Da Silva, and he's in pole position on a one-on-one. Milan continues, and he keeps going, and he makes a beautiful tackle from behind, and Coventry get the ball back. Just those little things were just so missed against Wrexham. I was so impressed with him in the second half. Jay Da Silva as well. These guys were gassed by the end. They were everywhere. Milan made 40 passes in the game. Let's see what else is noteworthy here. Couple clearances, tackle, block, 5 recoveries. He's the king of recoveries just because he has blistering pace. Jay Da Silva picked up that yellow card, but Jay Da Silva was pretty good today as well. He was 76% passing accuracy. I mean, these guys get touches. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. They are probably, in my opinion, almost as important as BTA, Sox, and Haji Wright in the attack because they just set things up, link up play down the wing. There wasn't as much in the first half with BTA and Da Silva. They don't have much rapport down that left side together. Let's go to the attack now. BTA was pretty quiet in the first half. I actually thought that he was going to be coming off, but second half, it's just blistering pace, blistering work rate, just turned it on, was chasing down center backs, chasing down goalkeepers, putting pressure on them, making them boot the ball back to us. Haji Wright had that one missed chance at the end of the first half, but if you don't say that Haji Wright didn't put in a good shift today, then you're just biased because he was all over the place. He didn't finish his main chance. He got the assist at the end. He stayed on side. He was offside a couple times, but I don't think it really came back to hurt him. Passing accuracy wise, 17 of 19. That's near a season high for him. I thought he was active. He was giving Ben Mee an issue back there. I was happy with the performance today. He didn't score, but that's not the most important thing. He created 2 chances, 0.14 XG, 0.48 expected assists. I don't know how it's not higher than that, but 7 DEFCONs. He was crucial in those corners because after Sheffield United scored that set piece, he was not letting them whip it in near post again to be headed forward, even though it did successfully work once, but then Kitching was able to back it up. And now that we're talking about, the defensive pursuit at the end as Sheffield United threw everything forward, another shout out to Carl Rushworth. I don't have it up on the screen anymore. Let me pull it back for a second. This guy has been so good. Only 3 saves today, but 47 touches. I think the thing for me with Rushworth is he's not afraid to get on the ball anymore. And that is something that a functional team that has aspirations of automatics, making it to the Premier League, absolutely needs. We know that he's already owned by a Premier League club, so let's push their hand next year. Let's get promoted. Let's make them decide if they want to deal them to us or not. Now, going forward, this game obviously took a lot out of this already thin team. So we will talk about it. We'll do a pre-match for Stoke. It's going to be real tough. Stoke got an easy 3-0 win against Oxford today. But you can't think about following games during the continuing of one game going on right now. But today was just, how can you not love the championship? How can you not love this team? It was just So fun to watch. What did Callum O'Hare finish with on the day? Let's see. 24 of 28 passing, 86%, .1 XG, 1 shot on target, 1 successful dribble, 1 accurate long ball. He had a tough day. Found himself in some dangerous position, especially towards the end of the game, but Kitching was able to recover. But getting booed every single time, and he was getting clattered on tackles, rightfully so. I mean, it was a physical game. Rivalry aside, betrayal aside, make of it what you want. This was just a genuinely extremely physical game, and it was just so fun to watch. So happy that Cov came out with the win. That is going to be all. I'll see you guys tomorrow for Below the Prem podcast. I'll also see you guys either late tomorrow night or early on Thursday for our Coventry City versus Stoke City match preview, which is going to be a real tough one as Coventry face off against Mark Robbins. As always, away games, I do watch alongs on TikTok and YouTube, so keep an eye out for those as well. So I'll see you guys. If you click on my videos, I'll see you in a couple days. If you watch my podcast, I'll see you tomorrow. If you want to watch the watch along, I'll see you on Saturday. Peace.